What's up, guys? This is Darth Res here. But you guys probably remember me, or the trick shotting community, if you remember me at all, you probably remember me as Res or DZBRAH. I was in SOAR for 6 months from 8,000 subs to 50,000 subs, and I was in DZ from like December 29th to January 29th when DZ ended. Now, this commentary is about my opinion on the trick shotting community and what needs to change if it's going to go back to the good old days or as close as it's ever going to be to the good old days, and basically why I myself, quote unquote, left the trick shotting community. Now, I know myself, I'm not I'm not a trick shotter. I never was really I was never really a good trick shotter, but I was in the community long enough, and I was I was around the right people and around I was just in the community long enough to be able to be able to say without any bias or without any, idiocy, who a good trick shotter is, what a good clip is, and, actually have a say in this without looking like some, ignorant fanboy. So, basically, I'm going to try to keep this as diplomatic and unoffensive as I can, because I know that other people, such as Enzyme, probably the most notorious for this, has been making videos like this, except he's been, ridiculing people and then expecting people to listen to his ideas, which is pretty moronic. I mean, just like if you're arguing, it's ad hominem. Nobody's gonna listen to your argument if you insult them first. But commentating over soaring in style 13 because this was the soaring style that probably had the greatest variety. Most of the shot, like 99% of the shots were on tryhards. People weren't just standing still. When the community was probably, it was a lot better than it was now, and it was a variety of shit. Sure there was some, one spinner 360s, but there was also some like, sick ladder stalls and shit. And I feel like the community was in a better stage at that point. Now, the problems with the current community, it's basically the the fact that there's a conformity, that the community as a whole has pretty much accepted setup clips. What is, like, since when? I mean, remember when the Willie G rule started getting popular? People were outraged. I mean, for like 3 days, people used clips, and then everybody was like, "What the fuck? Don't do that. Don't do that. That looks terrible." And then it went back to the, how it should be. And not only is that a problem, but the people that are getting attention and the people that are getting into these big clans and just getting successful, they aren't the people that are most creative. They aren't the people that are the most consistent. They're the people that are just hitting stupid shit like the whole parkour thing or the NSL thing or the just like one spinners. I mean, it's come to the point where the kids that can do the most spins on the ground or climb up the most shit, or the kids that can have the best routers and the best connections to hit the distance shots. It's like those are the kids getting known, but you have other people that are, everything, they're doing tons of shit in the air, they're being really creative, they're hitting 6 shots, they're not setting up all their shots, and they're not getting any attention. It's kind of pathetic. And when then people wonder, like, why did you not join another trick shotting team? People ask me that when I joined Darth. Well, first off, the sniping community is different, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm not trying to make this like a, what's better, but basically I'd really love to see the trick shotting community come back to what it used to be, to where, the clips weren't set up, where everybody was having fun, where all the clans were good, and it wasn't, I mean, it's come to a point where I can only name 4 good teams. That's SOAR, Dare, FaZe, and DZ, and in those clans there's shitty players in all of them, but there's also good players. But there's no other, good teams left. I mean, I remember back in the day, Risk was pretty good, NMS was really good, TGN was good, SOAR was good, FX was good. Everybody was good. It was awesome. I mean, I loved it. And now it's come to the point where there's 4 good teams, and everybody's just climbing up ladders, clan hopping, trying to get to the best team. And what do they do to, help speed that up? They use setup clips. Why? Well, guess what? If they're hitting 10 setup clips a day, they could put out an episode once a week. They're gonna be, they're gonna get into clan faster than if they, get one non-setup clip a day, make an episode every other week or every 3 weeks, and then, and then they have higher standards. The community, if it's ever gonna make a reform or come back to its old stages, people need to stop using setup clips. People need to stop with the whole, parkour shit, and people just need to start having fun again, and they need to remember the good old days. and go back and watch your favorite trick shotting episode from like March, and you'll remember how fun it used to be and how different it is now. Anyways, it's been Raz. Peace.